Hello everybody, and welcome back. I'm Conqueror, so this is Aurora. No, it isn't. It's Songs of Six, not Aurora. This is Songs of Six, the wonderful Dundor, and the town suburb of Sanet is well underway. We are moving our humans over here. And I notice, I glance at the situation, we are a little short on days of stored food. Let's crank the ration storage a bit. Oh god, the hall under the mountain is full. That's not ideal. We may have to expand that because there's no further upgrades to be made. Yeah, that's problematic. We may have to grow that. We can probably fit stuff in it more optimally as well. But yeah, not a problem for right now. We could also put rations in the food store, which actually still has quite a bit of space. Now that I look at it. Let's do that. We don't need to put any extra in here then. Cool. Yeah, so human town. Now the difficulty with expanding human town is that as we let more humans in, other species will get less happy. But once I remove the humans from this area and move them down here, we will find that they are the dwarves up here will get happier because all of these services that previously they were competing with the humans for, they will have exclusive access to, meaning that they will be, more cheerful, which will be good. Have I designated these houses yet properly? Looks like no, some of them. This was going to be the, was this going to be the Dondorian housing? No, this was just the extra housing to accommodate the administrators. This was the Dondorian housing. Cool. God, we are putting quite a lot of people in here, aren't we? It's fun. It's the first kind of mega project. I mean, that's not true, I suppose. It's the first mega project, because Pickerton Produce was a big project, as was Elftown. But it's the first kind of, certainly the first one of this scale. So I think we have to address the drink issue now, basically. And I'm not sure how best to do that. I'm tempted to give up on barbers, but they're not, I mean, they're not doing terribly. We're getting 0.3 right now. I guess I should at some point work out a formula for what is an acceptable number of points of total fulfillment to workers. Right now we're getting less than 0.01. No, we're getting slightly more than 0.01 per worker. But then when you compare that, like the value return on hospitals is ridiculous, right? We have 2 workers and we are getting, yeah, we're getting 0.15, 15 times more just from hospitals. Like that's ridiculous, right? Markets, 12 points. Sorry, 12 workers. And we're getting what? Yeah, 0.1. So there's, the barbers are just not, they don't check out, basically. So, what should we do? Where should we make more booze? I think I need to put it down here, basically. Oh yes, and something occurred to me. We built this, which looks nice, but emits a whole lot of roundness, as does this. The dwarves shouldn't have to put up with proximity to roundness like this. That also applies to this university. So we need to do some fixing of that at some point. I think what we'll probably do is once the humans move out, we'll do a roundness purge and make sure there are no round edges. Let me just do a quick check of the overworld situation. You look good. You're perfectly loyal. You're giving us tons of taxes. And obviously lots of grain. Yeah, gems, opium, and stone coming in from here. I could tax you. I could probably stand to tax you a bit more. You want to ally me. People to the south. You want me to give you land? No. I could probably do this. And it would stay loyal. But let's not push it. It's only 3 grand. And you... yeah, again, I don't think we need to push it. Okay, so the overworld empire is seeming fine. We are still overdoing it on grain, but that's not a big deal because we're about to start making a whole bunch of pottery, which will consume a bunch. So I think, yes, I think it is time for... is it... I'm thinking maybe it's time to start building industry south of the hall under the mountain. But the thing is, the hall also needs to expand, as we've just established. Maybe... You know what we can do? We can move this embassy, and we can get rid of this administration. And then maybe we can do something here. Yeah, maybe that's the play. Because I want to keep the dwarves close to the services area. But I think it is going to happen. Going to have to happen. This area needs using. Okay, so we need a new embassy. And I'm just going to copy the existing one and chunk it right down here. I think that seems good. It will, it fits thematically alongside the administration. So that's what we're going to do, I think. And there's lots of human housing in the area. A fairly carefully tailored amount. But actually, we did slightly more than we needed, didn't we? So that's okay. We don't want to spend too much of our knowledge, by the way, because we are going to reduce the amount of knowledge we have as we start getting rid of these northern laboratories. Because remember, this is not just an expansion; it's a straight replacement. Let's re-enable this library, because this library can accommodate what, 130 workers. Good. So when that library is done, I can remove all of the original libraries. This space, though, really should be used for more services. Dwarf-centric services, I think. Yeah, this should be dwarf-centric services and then just more industry. Because, like, if we have services in a kind of band... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. The services are going to be a kind of band, right? All of this land following the main road that's outside is where we have the services. And then under the mountain is where we have the actual workplaces. Because people spend more time at workplaces than services, I think. And then that means down here, this will become a services sector, and this will become a new industrial zone. So how do we achieve that? Well, we create some more space here, such that we can put services there if we need to, and we start putting some industry down here, basically. And here, and we move this housing, because we won't need the human housing here anymore, and we move that under the mountain. The hall under the mountain is kind of inconvenient, isn't it? It would be better if it was here. Maybe that's the play. Maybe this fishing village has to go, and instead central food and central hall get unified. We cut some of this cotton farming. Because the space under the mountain is so valuable to make industry in. It's going to take a while to make that shift, but renovations are called for. Let's do it. Okay, this is the original Almevan village. It is with heavy heart, seriously heavy heart, that we remove it. Almevans, you'll need to move south to the delta. I'm sorry. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And there aren't very many of you. So I imagine it's possible that we'll make some of these fisheries homeless. But no, they still have some housing down here. So I'm hopeful that it won't. But then we're also going to need to remove some of this. So we should probably replace the cotton farm where plausible. This land here is pretty fertile. Let's try and mitigate the damage this does to our supply lines by getting another 5 here. It had 6 workers, didn't it? I think it was 6 workers it had. Check. Yeah, so there's 5. That mostly replaces it. You can remove this canal. Good. We will keep the fishery here, though, Because I want, yeah, all the way to the delta fishing is fun. I could also start mining this Scythian. It's 13% though, it'd be so slow. Okay, so I need a bit more cotton. I need to remove this as well. I mean, we could fit a couple in here. One worker. But we're making, you know, efficient use of the space. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a good idea. You know, we were going for the twin cities, and this is just too big a gap. Like, if I start building industry down here, it's just too far away from the services. This is the temporary human housing, isn't it? Which should now all have been replaced. Yes. Okay. So we can remove that. And that shouldn't result in any homelessness. I love the hundreds of people working on it simultaneously is really satisfying. So I like this new layout that we have with the kind of stone edging. Actually, it's not perfect, is it? I think it needs to go one step further to look good. Let's speed it up and see how that looks. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. So ideally, we've made some changes to this. Are there any other changes we should be making? Oops. Any other changes we should be making here? I don't think so. Oh yeah, well, turning these into proper cut stone buildings. We can probably afford that now. Let's see. Longhouse. Wait for it to get demolished underneath. I'm not certain if you have to, but play it safe. There we go. Will we have enough? It's 60 each, then 3 for each wall, I think. Yeah, that's not too bad, but I think we'll just about be able to afford it. And then what we'll do is when we get enough cut stone, I'll just tear this down and replace it with this. Or maybe I should just tear down the relevant bit and copy over the top, because I believe you can copy over the top. Oh, the library is active, by the way. Okay, let's... well, then, it's not tear down. We can afford to. So, original libraries... You're gone. Give me back your cut stone. Actually, these didn't use cut stone, did they? They just used normal, I think. Or is that normal stone or is that cut stone? No, it's cut stone. Okay, good. Yeah, so down it goes, creating all kinds of space for future activities. And hopefully enough to upgrade this northern library. There we go. Nice. Now they can all shift to working down here. By the by, this place is going to need a bunch of tools, both for the libraries and the thing. So this can be Sanet tools. Auto-employ. Make sure you keep some tools on hand. So that all these places don't have to walk too far to get their tools. And unavailable paper. Did I never bring paper down here? I think I meant this one to be paper. We don't need this many warehouses, do we? Paper is kind of a tool when you use it in this way. Let's put paper here. Now the worker here is not going to want to walk far enough to go and get this equipment, I think. So we will need to deliver it. Did I ever get tools and paper to the main warehouse? I did not. But I set up something, didn't I? To carry paper? I feel like I set up a transport for this at some point. It doesn't look like I did, but you know what? I just created some nice space here. So let's make use of it. This is for the paper. And then the tools are in processing metal, right? Oh, that's right. We're almost out of tools. Where are all our tools? How are there none here? We shouldn't use that many tools. I think one transport for that's probably sufficient. But let's start getting some stuff down here. Otherwise, the humans are going to get mad because they won't actually have the resources that they feel entitled to. These are human houses. Good. Where are all my tools? They're not under the mountain. Are they in central storage? There's some in central storage, but where are the 1,000 tools? They're here? There's 500 there. They're probably just scattered in villages, I guess. Alright, you are Sanit tools. You pull from here. And you push to here. Tools. Right now there are none here, but as the new tool workshop comes online, which is, what, this one? Yeah. As this kicks into gear and keeps producing, let's do a bit more. We should find ourselves in a good situation. Because if we have a tool shortage, that's a serious, serious problem. Because tools create such an unbelievable productivity bonus. Okay. So we're moving this over here, but we actually have some space right here now. But this should be used for services. You are Sanit paper. Transport paper from, is that one? Yeah, from paper down to Sanit tools. Good. And we should make sure that all of these are auto-employed. Auto-employ. Good. All right, now there should always be paper near the university and tools near all the labs. Good. Now we need some booze down there. Did I already do Sanit booze? I did. Sanit booze is already a thing. Okay. Remove this section of road. And then where are we actually going to put this wall on the mountain? So we need to be even larger than this, which is quite... I mean, it's substantial, isn't it? Gonna have to cut some of these decorations. Make space. Oh, there's still not enough space. We are gonna have to cut this cotton farm. Let's just see how we go on cotton without that farm. And I'm actually gonna clip this road. Have it run up here. We've got 1,000 free cut stone right now. So let's enable some more stuff. Get the roads done. Get one more lab done. With this lab, how many people do we want working in the labs? 400. But yeah, with that lab done, we can replace, well, one of these at least. Is it more important that people live or work underground if they like being underground? Probably work. Well, sorry, probably live. But I'm not super confident of that. Anyway, there goes all of that cut stone. Okay. Right. So we're doing, yeah, storage solutions. And also, is the new embassy built? Yes, and it's using both. Good. Remove the old embassy. That's another bit of cut stone. And remove the old administration building. That is now surplus to requirements. Okay, so a new hall. We have central food and central storage. And I'll put central storage. We want to be able to have room for a road next to it. So let's put this up to size 3. No, the road needs to be next to it. The haulers will need to be adjacent to the road. Yeah. So we need to leave... How wide are they again? 4? Yeah. So we need to leave 5 space away from the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be like this. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to have a lot of haulers above it, of course. And I think we have it dominate the space all the way to the coastal path. Good stuff. And then we'll just see what we can fit in here. Good stuff. Just not including the coastal road. Okay, and then to support it, gonna need little 2 blocks every so often. Probably not that often. Yeah, there we go. This one needs to be a 3. You'd think I'd have got the hang of eyeballing this better by now. Alright. Lots of crates. Lots of crates. Now let's try and leave, you know, slightly convenient walking access in amongst all of this, so that we don't have people taking horrendous footpaths. Yeah, it's obviously going to look a little haphazard internally, but that's not the end of the world. This thing needs to be able to store frightening quantities of stuff. I think I will stick to my guns on trying to leave some, you know, encourage walkability. So we need entrances, many entrances along the sides, especially the side that is going to have the most transports facing it. You won't really need any along this wall, will you? But let's just, yeah. Plenty of doors. And then any extra crates we can fit in amongst those doors. Basically. So that we do not have to do this again. Is the idea. Hopefully this central storage will stand the test of time a bit better than its predecessor. And it's quite a bit bigger. 16,000 base storage. Oh yeah, we're going to have to make it out of cut stone, aren't we? Dear subject. Why do people keep concluding where they're subject? Yeah, this is going to cost a lot of cut stone, so, but it will be worth it in the long run. Let's get it done. And then we need to start moving transports over. So ones that actually do something. Stone to mineral processing. Oh, I remember why I built it here. It's because the throne is here. Alright, the throne will have to move. Okay, renovate this. We need a big double door here. And then we're going to cut this fishing. We're going to build a nice road across. And the throne should be under the mountain. So the throne will be here. And then the tribute will be dumped here. And then it can be carried across as needed into the warehouse. It's further than this distance, but it's not terrible. Okay. So Grainbread was using 3 transports right now. So I won't second guess that. And yeah, I know it's short of cut stones. It's going to take a while for this to all build, but that's fine. This coastal road needs replacing now that it's of higher importance. Okay, what was I doing? Yeah, so we've done grain, coal for Elftown, can go here, stone for mineral processing, can go here. Okay, and I think that's it, right? We really weren't taking much out of this. It obviously the needs on this will get higher and higher as we. What am I trying to say here? As we get more and more going on the overworld, because this is the one that processes all of the incoming stuff from the overworld. Now, the army depots don't need to be very big, as it turns out. I think we made them needlessly large. And I'm going to put them around here, I think, in this kind of open space. And then they can go across the river to get their stuff. because they're not running at nearly the same kind of speed, or don't need to be running at the same kind of speed as the transports. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Okay, so we'll let those get built, and then export depots. Yeah, similar logic. I think we can have them across the river. Oh, this is why they're not homeless, because they moved here. But unfortunately, that's got to go. So we can fit these export depots in. And let's allow ourselves 2 extras that we're not currently using, because I suspect that we will want to use them in the future. And then each has a little connection down. Good. Shouldn't you like to show them gratitude? No, thank you. So we have quite a lot of resources. Who loves us? You love me. You want to unite? 19 million still. Wowza. How about you? Want to unite? 9 million. 2 million in gems. 3 million in that. Don't think we're gonna... Yeah, none of our other stuff is remotely expensive enough. Let's just keep wallowing in taxes for a while. That's fine. Yeah, so it'll take a while for this to complete, but that's okay. Now, do we have any homeless fishy boys? No, good. Still managing to make it up here while living down here, I guess. Okay. Okay. So you are grain bread. You push 2 here. Or who's pushing to here these days? Grain north. Are you pushing to grain north? No, you're pushing to bread. Oh, that's right. Isn't bread just taking... Aren't you just taking from... No, you're not. So who's pushing here? Ah, probably someone here. That's Elftown bread, mine north bread. I'm sorry, someone over here. Yeah, you're going to grain bread north. Only 1? No, okay, you 3 are also going to grain north. Okay. Really, you should be pushing to here, and then this should be pushing to both. Let's make that change. Your bread grain, your Pigoton grain. Oh, that's probably under the old naming convention, isn't it? Yeah. All right, so right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people taking grain out of here. So cut all of them and get me a new properly sized thing. I don't think I can fit this, can I? Annoyingly. What is this? A janitor? The janitor can move. Janitor, we've got 1 thing protruding out the top here. We'll put 1 more. Similar scale on each. So what is it? 2 from the top and 2 from the bottom? 2 from the top, 2 from the bottom. Can I fit in enough utilities if I make it that shape? No. What if I extended it back a bit? Like so. It's not going to help me, is it? Because you can't fit stuff in the middle here. Oh, well. You kind of can. 80%. 90%. Damn it. 1 further back. Now it's going to be trivial. Well, not trivial, actually. There we go. 100%. Okay. Do that. Connect that up. Cool. Cut this. Build this. Cut this. 6 transports, which does leave room for another row here. Good. And these transports are going to carry grain to here, which gets fully upgraded. Central logistics. No longer the hall under the mountain. unfortunately. And we had, with those 6, let's assume 3 to each will be enough. So you are grain bread. You pull from there. You push to... Where is grain bread? There it is. There. Good. You store, by the way, gems, grain, in great measure. Actually, you don't need to store too much grain. Well, you kind of do. Cut stone. God, it's already a quarter full. Coal, stone, opium, sithlon. Coal, stone, opium, sithlon. Don't need 2 boxes of sithlon. We're not Croesus. Clothes, and then gear for the army, not including Piva. We should probably put tools here as well, really. Anything else? Oh, I think that's it. Okay. So, grain bread pulls from here. Meanwhile, this new 6 one, grain logistics, pulls from here, pushes it down here. Just grain. And you auto-employ, and you pick up stuff from there. Good. Now, your grain bread, north grain bread. Push to here. Good. What was the reasoning for this existing? Oh, yes, it goes... That's the one the ration maker pulls from, I remember. Okay. Is this slab done? Yes. So, this one can go. And they will all move south to their new home. And look at all this space we're creating. Glorious. Is that upgraded, by the way? Needs upgrading. Take a bunch of my machinery. We got a fair amount of cut stone right now. Master of Industry passed. Okay, he was... Well, he should have been a Dundorian. He wasn't actually, he was a human. Okay, you... Master of Industry. Good. Okay. So you, grain bread, you can go. You guys should auto-employ, by the way. This place is filling up with its grain. Lovely. And the gems will get moved over. Coal for Elf Town and stone for mineral processing. Let's get those 2 built. And these should be designated out. So you are rations. And you take as soon as you can, which is 100%, as we've established. You were doing nothing to begin with. Okay. Clothes. You fetch from here, by the way. Arms, armor, and bows. Arms. Armor. No, thank you. And I don't need to click on that one, do I? Bows. We'll probably want something else for the army in the fullness of time, so I'm leaving the other one, even though we now realize it's excessive. You fetch from here, and you export gems when it exceeds 75%. Well, we might as well make it 90% and then reduce the limit down to whatever that, you know, whatever we want that to mean. What else were you exporting? Opium. We weren't full on opium, though, so let's not worry about that. You should all be auto-employing. They are. Good. Okay. So are the services down here getting overloaded with the current level of people we have here? This well is. That's interesting. There is a larger level of well. I guess we've established we need to go to it. Good thing that we learned that early. Although that's the wrong place to put it, isn't it? We should put it here so that we can keep this nice tile around it on 3 sides. In fact, we could move this hearth. A long one. Oh, but we couldn't have it. No, alright. Shift H? No. Alt H. Fine, we'll keep it there. 1,000 cut stone, eh? Okay, you can, that's enough to build this. Let's get that done. All auto-employing, all upgraded. Good. Final lab costs another 900. Okay, so once this lab is built, we'll wait for our 900 cut stone to roll in, and then we can get that built. By the way, these vertical roads, first off, really ought to be 3 wide, but that's annoying, but should be made out of cut stone. Did I make a mistake here? Was that meant to be cutting off to the side a little? I think I may have slightly misaligned that. Oh, I hate that. I kind of detest that, because this should be able to go all the way straight up. Yeah, we're gonna fix that. This whole area is being torn down. We have so much knowledge. Looking forward to spending that. I think it'd be fun to spend the knowledge all at once we've finished. And yeah, let's fix this janitor as well. We probably need a bigger janitor than that, apart from anything else. Oh, that's right. I was struggling to fit it in because of this door. But no, we definitely need to try. So 2 janitors. Yeah, I don't know that this will be feasible in this space. Oh no, sorry, because we can use this space. Okay, fine. Let's just do that then. Good. There we go. Good stuff, and build this good road as well. Great. And then we copy the whole thing all the way down, including the road, making it easy to place. Bang. Wait, no, stop. It's got to also include this bit. Right, and now does it fit? Just no. Ah. Okay. Okay, so we copied it. Because we've made the tavern slightly too wide. So we copy in the lab block chunk correctly, which is lined up thusly. No. Hang on. Oh, have I placed the administration 1 too tall? I have. Okay. How did I manage that, though? Oh, because the administration is actually not... Okay, so these houses... Oh, I didn't mean to remove them. I meant to copy them. Oh, well. These houses need to move 1 down. That's why there was a gap in the middle. Ah. Some of you probably saw that coming. Alright, so these houses go down 1. And we're going to build them out of cut stone this time. And then this needs renovating. Because it needs to go down 1. And down 1. No, it still needs its northern doors. The collect stations as before. Why can't I place it there? Ah, because there's carpet here. Chunk. 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 Oops, I messed one up. There we go. Okay, so this will work now. I'm glad we detected the cause of that irregularity. Even if it did mean we had to, you know, do some extra work fixing it up. That's still not fitting. Did I put the middle one too close? I guess that makes sense. We only changed it by 1, so of course it's not going to be able to fit perfectly. Alright, well, we'll go with something like that. Yeah, and then a door at the back as well. Efficiency is low because we haven't done the carpets yet. Alright, so how did we do the carpets? We did alongside each thing, I think. Did we do them set back each way? Yeah. So there. Hang on, how did these work? We alternated the carpets. Is that right? Ah, it doesn't matter. Just do the carpets down the middle. Feels like what I should have done. And then along the back wall. And that's still not quite enough. Because you have some on the inside wall as well. And we could make it match if we wanted to. Or closer to match anyway. Okay, cool. Call that good enough. Remove this wall. And then the loos still get copied in. They're just one offset. And the loos are, in this case, integrated into the right into it. Or they're operating. They look really bad when they're alongside these double thick walls. So yeah, the loos here are actually there. And then we renovate the tavern such that it's actually one tile thicker here. And it's got the integrated loos into the tavern. I think that works okay. And yeah, we're out of cut stone. Surprising no one. What we could do to fix that... We use any cut stone down here? Yeah. Tear this down. And in fact, don't build this whole thing. Tear all that down temporarily. And we will build it back once this one is ready to be copied. That works. Okay. Meanwhile, stone mineral processing. Goes up to mineral processing, which is this one. Yes. Good. And it should be auto-employing. Next one is Coal Elfton, I think. Why is coal going via the center? We're not importing coal. We will in the future, though. This is coal to Elf Town. Auto-employ. I've just noticed. Looks like there are elves living under the mountain here. That won't do. These are Dundorian houses. Excuse me. Just Dundorian houses. Now, that means I think we're going to have some homeless elves. So we might need to expand... we have a lot of homeless humans after I took down all those extra houses down here. Yes. That makes sense. Sorry about that. Well, we have no cut stone, so I can't build you more proper houses right now. I think you'll just have to live with it for a minute while this lab gets finished. Is our cut stone working? Where did I put my extra masons? Up here, that's right. 100% workload. 100% workload. Yeah, they're cranking it out. Good stuff. Alright, ration hall and clothes hall. Yeah, we'll want to come up with better logistics for that as well. But as we create some more space for ourselves and build new layers of infrastructure, I think that'll be doable. Now, right, yeah, those just target different places though, don't they? Boom. Take the clothes to the new logistics center. And likewise, take the rations to the new logistics center. Actually, no, sorry. Rations really should be going to Food Central. And then we need another army supply for rations up here instead of down here. Because why would we include rations in this hall? That doesn't make any sense. I never actually put them in here. Good. Okay, but you store a good amount, 10,000 rations. And maybe we have a separate just ration store when we want to actually, you know, increase our days of food. This transport really isn't going a long way, is it? From here, literally just to here? But that's okay. Paper production is negative. What's happening to our paper makers? Workload looks good. Workload looks bad. Internal storage is full. And production is stalled. Because Sanit Paper is trying to take it out. But you're not using enough. Workload is 0% unavailable paper. Sanit Tools doesn't have any paper in it. And yet, Sanit Paper should be working. Are they working? What are you doing? You're organizing, waiting for work. Pull source paper doesn't have any paper. Why not? Where's the paper warehouse? It's full of paper. Okay, there we go. They're going. Here he goes. It's just maybe there's just not enough of them. No, I imagine as soon as there's paper here, it's going to get absolutely yoinked. Yeah. But why are you not at 100% workload then? I guess there's just not enough transports. Let's try cranking that up to 4 transports. See if that can hold. We are using a lot of paper. There's probably a really simple number that you can just know how fast someone can transport stuff. Obviously, it'll partly be contingent on the distance that it's trying to transport it, but I imagine it's not too difficult to work out. You could work out like what portion of the time. Okay, it would be a little bit complicated now I start thinking about it, but it would be doable. Does it matter that there's not that much paper stored here? Maybe I should store slightly more paper here. And you're auto-employing, aren't you? Yeah, so they should be pulling stuff out as fast as they can. You're just going straight to Sanit Paper, because Sanit Paper is the only place that needs paper. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because both our logistics, sorry, our administration and our logistics are both down here. So let's see if 4 transports is enough. Yeah, it's 100 workload for 4 people. I guess it's not really that productive to have a 3rd worker on a 2 transport thing, because most of the time is spent walking. It will obviously depend again on the distance that it's trying to take stuff, but let's see if this is enough. We'll give it a minute and see if it evens out. All right, we got some cut stone again. So is this final? Is this what we want this to look like? So the load on the hearth is still 100%. Maybe we have a big central hearth in one of these other sections. It could be fun. All right, but I think it's time to copy this, including the loo. Boom. And then place it down here. Ah, I didn't pause. I went to answer the door and I didn't pause. Oh well. Okay, so we're putting this, and we're lining up everything. So there's the 3x3 road, and the north-south road. That looks... Hang on, this is a 4x3 road. What's going on there? But we're lining up the 3 and the 2. Hang on, what's going on here? Why is this a 4x3 road? I mean, a 4 wide road. Did I place this wrong? Or is this 4 as well? Oh no, it's 4. It's 4. The vertical's 4. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, let's copy this out. And I know it's got this little weird nub here, but don't worry about that. So this is 3... Oh, hang on, it's 3 here. Ah, alright, maybe it's slightly bigger on the bottom. That's okay. Alright. So 3 wide. There. I think that does it. And then this vertical is a 4 wide here. 4 wide here, but then... Oops, did I just tell it to remove all this good road? Don't do that. So it's 4 wide here, but then it switches to a 3 wide. That's okay. Does that look right? No, that's offset. That's badly offset. Cancel it. Cancel it. We'll get there. We'll get there. Remove all that. Copy it again. Including the loo. Maybe it's the loo that's throwing me. And it should be including the nub. Okay, so. It is 3 away from here. And level. Such that the loo is level with the edge. Is that the problem? Maybe the loo is not level with the edge. Yeah, I think that's the issue. So it should be there. Does that look right? Yes. Okay, good. I think we finally got it. Excellent. Another janitor. Unavailable fabric. That's interesting. What do we need fabric for? Maintaining all those carpets, I guess. I'm going to count that as a tool. We're going to store maintenance supplies in this tool thing here. Do we have fabric in central storage? Probably not, right? But if we need it for repairs, then we probably should start storing it here. And where's our fabric coming from? Which of these carpet? This one has it? Yeah, okay. So we will transport some down with another transport here. And you are dropped to 88% workload, which means I hope this place is still not full of paper. Wow. Where is all our paper? We're not putting it in here. We're not putting it in here. So is it all just stored here and not being pulled out fast enough? No, there's only 100 here now. Ah, there's no wood now. Okay. Because you have in full internal storage. You are at 100% workload. It's just still not enough. And I built an extra 4 and did nothing. Essential supplies have not been delivered to the army. Crap. Let's look into that. You pull wood from here, but also fetch off the ground. Wood down to here. This is paper wood 2. Surely with double we should be good. Alright, what are you missing, conscript force? Rations. Why? Because I built the new one up here, and then I never assigned it. Fool. Alright, he should get that sorted pretty quickly. You really feel like you're taking the long way around. Are rations getting here, by the way? Yes, good. Okay, so I think we can get rid of this. I put opium in here? Yeah. Alright. These can go. This can go. Chop it all down. Ship those rations out to the army. We should be in good shape. Yeah, there we go. We're getting some rations in now, which means you are, hopefully... Yeah, they're trending up. Good. Health was down to 50%. Don't know how low it needs to be for it to be really problematic, but... And yeah, I don't know how many workers... Like, how much can one worker do? We'll just see if one's enough, and if not, we'll... Well, auto-employ should add more if it's not. Okay. So how does this look? Yeah, that looks okay, but there need to be... I wanted direct access. Yeah, 100 people have deserted. I wanted direct door access into the tavern, so people can go to the privy. Yeah, they've deserted. Let's just... Short term, let's just crank the employment on this. Maybe we don't have any free Dundorians. No, we have plenty of free Dundorians. So hopefully that will help more. We'll get the stuff out quicker. Where are you going to get it from? You should be getting it from here. There are rations here. And yet you appear to be getting it from the floor down here. I guess they fetch before they... From the ground before they fetch from pull sources. That's okay. Anyway, I got to end the episode there. Thank you so much for watching. In the next episode, we'll continue to rejig our logistics. And we will make use of some of this new space to crank our PU production. It should be good. And I'm going to also try and kind of build my production a bit more of a scalable way. So, for example, to scale the PU production, what I'm probably going to do is build a big pottery production that pushes to main storage as well. I don't know. Well, we'll see in the next episode. Till then, thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.